Ladies and gents, welcome to Coast to Coast. Today is October the 22nd. I have no clue when this is coming out, but we're excited because we're talking about Anthony looking at me in the camera weird. That's what we're talking about. We have a unique episode, I should say. We're talking about our own dreams and nightmares. Just kind of a talk show, I guess. And shout out my uncle. Happy birthday.
Shout
6-year-old uncle.
Yeah, welcome back
He's
to
not
the
actually
late night
60.
show with Coast to Coast.
And my uncle, happy birthday. Well, other than that, I don't know if you guys want to already get into it, talk about our dreams or talk about our weeks first.
Yeah, small talk.
We're talking about our dreams last night.
Yeah, maybe we start with that, and then we get into some small talk, and then we lead into
the other dreams
big
from
time
last
stories.
week
Yeah.
And dreams from last month. Yeah, I'm down for that.
What did I dream about last night?
Well, Vitor, start us off with your dream from last night because you started the episode. We can start with your small talk.
I listen. If I did had a dream yesterday, it was definitely me studying. That was my dream. I guarantee you. I've had plenty of those. My latest studying dream, it was chemistry. I don't know. My dreams are weird in the sense of how I dream, because how do you guys dream? Like, what perspective do you guys take? Because I'm usually in third person.
I'm always in first person.
Always in first person. Okay, I'm usually in third person.
In my dreams, I think I'm second person, honestly. I don't feel like I'm just floating above myself. I don't feel like I am myself. I just feel like I'm in the room. Like, I feel like I'm the wall.
Interesting.
Yes, that's odd. Well, I'm usually third person. Seeing myself, like, maybe sometimes from the person's point of view, or maybe over the person's shoulder, or sometimes over my own shoulder. And then sometimes I dream black and white.
Oh.
Sometimes in colors. Yeah. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure my last studying dream was chemistry, but it was organic chemistry. I was kind of seeing the molecules. Okay, bear with me here.
Okay.
All right. I remember, I mean, I probably thought about a lot of molecules, but I remember that night I was studying reactions with benzene rings, or like aromatic rings. And I was, like, obviously it was very small, like at atomic, really. And I saw a cyclohexene. And the thing with cyclohexenes, what you're always learning with organic chemistry, is that they're super stable. They're super happy, right? So I remember seeing the cyclohexene just being jumpy, like happy. I don't know if he was happy that he was so stable, because they're very stable, right? And then I looked to the right, and there was a cyclopropane, which is not fucking stable at all. It was just jumping around like a maniac. And that's all I remember from that dream. I don't remember anything else.
That's very nerdy. Congratulations.
Hey, I'm not sure what I'm not sure what I was studying exactly. I think I was just having an episode.
Yeah, that sounds like it. Yeah,
it definitely sounds like it. But
it's actually your inner monologue. You know, the whatever the stable thing was called. It's like your angel on your shoulder. And then the cyclopropane is the demon the devil on your shoulder.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You got the two things talking to you.
I do often talk to myself when I'm studying. Like, I say things out loud. So maybe that's what that was? Question mark?
Weirdo.
Like, I just said it. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, weirdo. Yeah, dude, you got some issues, Groupie. Figure it out, man.
We're getting to Halloween. Okay, we are supposed to be a little weird. I don't know about you guys. So
It sounds like you're making excuses.
I want to hear your dreams. You're making fun of my shit. I want to hear yours.
I talk to myself all the time, so it's actually nothing to be ashamed of, unless it is, and I should be ashamed too. That could also be the case.
Maybe we're both idiots.
Jacob, if you remember your dream, you can go. If not, I'll go.
So, I mean, I didn't have a dream last night as far as I remember, because I just passed out at like 5 a.m.
Well, that's lovely.
But my headspace for the most part was just thinking about I had to wake up at 9:30 to move my laundry over so I would have my chef's coat clean for culinary school. So I guess I was just kind of like dreaming of like being in the kitchen, having the chef taste the dish, stuff like that, going through that in my head. Probably had him like playing through the grade in my head, like because whenever they do their like tasting notes and they don't say anything, they just write the number and then they'll be like, "So the reason why I gave you this number is," and then it's like nerve wracking. But anyways, I got an 18 out of 20 on my fish, so it wasn't bad. We did pretty solid.
Dude, that's so funny, bro. I got an 18 on my fish. What do you mean on your fish, bro?
So, so today we made a farro cucumber and cherry tomato salad with a honey mustard vinaigrette then we served that with a like flour dusted cod that was also tossed in that vinaigrette that we made prior. So it was kind of like a honey mustard vinaigrette cod that is breaded and pan fried and then served with that salad. But
Okay.
it was pretty solid. I mean, I got an 18 out of 20. Where my issue was is I flipped it too many times, and that resulted in my crust not setting. Um, and so my fish ended up having one side that had a really nice crispy crust, and the other side ended up being wet. So it didn't have a nice crispy texture, unfortunately.
Okay.
And
Well,
that's
hey,
what
18 out of
cost me.
20.
18 out of 20. That's still an A grade, right? I mean, the scale isn't different for culinary, so I don't think.
Yeah. And that
That's
was just the like actual grading. My points, I mean, that still just means I get a 98 out of 100 on the day because I like there's participation stuff and like uniform and stuff like that. Um, so I was still got most of my points on the day.
sweet. So it all worked out in the end. Your dream, what you think was a dream, and the reality that followed it. Awesome. And that might
Yeah.
lead into something that we talk about later, where sometimes your dreams act more as premonitions. But we'll get into that after the rest of the small talk.
Yeah.
My dream last night was unfortunately very nightmare esque. And I'm good for about one of these every week or 2 weeks, generally speaking. A nightmare, and generally speaking, it also involves, drum roll, spiders.
Of course.
Spiders.
Yeah, spiders. And it's so weird because they always go a very similar way, too. They go one of two ways. And the one way that it happened last night is I am in like a hoarder's house, basically. And I am tasked with trying to acquire an object or clean it out. And through the process of acquiring that object or cleaning out the house, the amount of spiders throughout this house
Yeah,
is
no, fuck that.
obscene and horrifying. I kid you not. It was so vivid last night. I
Does
was
it ever play
trying.
the image in your head where you kill a spider and it was pregnant and all the spiders roll out from
It has a
underneath it?
couple times. Yeah, definitely has done that a couple times. It did not last night, thank God. But the,
Yeah, that shit's
I
terrifying.
I can vividly remember a couple of actions that I took during this whole process. And so one of them was I'm trying to, and I've done this before with my grandma's garage. She has like an outdoor garage, and spider webs will accumulate over time and everything. So I'll do this when she wants me to clean it for her. I will take a broom and just wipe down the walls with the broom and getting all the cobwebs and all the dirt and dust and everything out. And
Right.
so I needed to do this, but I needed to go up into the crawl space of this house in the attic
Oh, that's
crawl space
lovely.
to clean it. And as I am reaching up, because I am literally so physically incapable of entering the attic crawl space on my own. I am trying to stick one hand up in there with the broom in my hand, just
This is such a detailed dream.
doing everything I can. And I literally, like, it's weird, because attic crawl space is super dark, supposed to be. There's no light in there. But I can very vividly see, like, these just really, like, big and muscular spiders. It's so weird.
Muscular.
Yeah, like, honestly, like, all 8
That
legs
makes
that
no.
they have
It's funny that
has
you say
fucking
that because
bicep
spiders don't have
muscles. Like,
muscles.
I know,
Right?
that's what's weird, but they're thick and veiny, man. It's so weird.
Two things that spiders don't have. That was how they. You
What
just
the
saw like some
fuck?
jack tarantula
Yes,
that was
yes,
flexing on
yes.
you.
I'm telling you, that is exactly how it feels sometimes in these dreams, and it is the most terrifying thing ever. And it's like it almost it feels like the mentality is going into the dream that like if I get touched by one of these things, I will like disintegrate immediately. And I am just I'm just in such a panic frenzy. I don't know why I'm conscripted to do this job. I don't understand why there's no other alternative. Like we can't just burn the house down or something like that. Like at this point, who gives a shit, right? You got spiders in it,
Right.
but yeah, like that is that is what happens in half of my spider dreams. It's very traumatizing. I always wake up, you're like, oh, thank God, it's not real. And then I'm checking my hand again because that PTSD from fucking a few months ago. So, but yeah, that was my dream last night. At least one of them that I recall. And we'll save
How
the
many
rest.
dreams do you have?
I sometimes it's only one dream a night, but sometimes I will like I'll wake up in the morning and I'm like, man, I had three very distinct dreams that I can remember vividly. So it really is variable.
You definitely dream more than me then. I used to dream
You
more, I
know,
think.
I think I finally unlocked the suppressed memories of bad dreams that I had in my head, and I've unlocked the nightmares, and they are all mostly work related. And this is a true story. This isn't a dream. This is something that happened over the past week, and this is just to go to show how abusive my work relationship has gotten with my manager. That I was flagged down in front of one of my tables a week and a half ago. Um, there was four people at the table. One of the guests was in the restroom. I did a walk by. All their drinks were full. Everything was fine with the table, so I was just walking by. I saw Tan was moving a table out of the way, and so I offered to help Tan with the table. He declined, and so I go to walk away. As I'm walking away, he yells, "Jacob." I turn around, and my table, like, obviously is staring at Tan because he just, like, very loudly yelled my name. Um, and he calls me over, and so I'm like, I walk over, I'm like, yeah, what's up, Tan? And he points to a napkin, like, not like a paper napkin, but like a cloth napkin that is like you see at a nicer
Yeah.
restaurant. It was like bunched up and set like on the stone fireplace next to the table. Like the guests had just placed it there while they were in the bathroom.
Mm.
He was yelling at me because I didn't pick the napkin up and fold it and put it back on the table for the guest, even though that isn't in our training. I had never even been told that this is something that we're supposed to do. I asked other servers about this, and they said that they don't even do it. They have been there for over 2 or 3 years. And so
Crazy.
most of my nightmares have actually just been played out of me getting yelled at for things that I don't know are problems. Like one of them, I was just standing outside getting fresh air, and he came back and yelled at me to go home, and that was just like I was panicking in my dream, and then I woke up in my bed and I was like, oh my god, it is fucking horrific, dude.
Damn. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
Dude,
kind of heavy
fuck
stuff.
that, bro.
Yeah. Abusive bosses, one of the worst kind of relationships possible.
Man, fuck that, bro.
Well, I
And
hope
the only person who can do anything about it, the owner, doesn't give a fuck.
yeah, that's really unfortunate. Hopefully, your
Aliens.
situation improves where you can get out of that soon. Rooting for you
Mhm.
there, but luckily it's not like you have to go home to that kind of abusive relationship or anything. It's
It
isolated
could
Right.
be
to a
It could
worse.
definitely
location,
be
It could be
worse.
worse. It could
but
definitely be
it's still
worse.
not okay. I'm not trying
It's
to
still not okay.
make
Let's
it
not.
acceptable
Yeah.
or anything, but
Right.
For sure. For sure.
okay, so that's a specific like genre of nightmare, I would say, and that's definitely interesting,
Hmm.
and obviously is something that you care about a lot, right? And that's usually what nightmares stem from. It's a fear of spiders, or it could be a fear of, you know, failure or fear of abuse or whatever it is, right?
That's like the biggest fear for me is the fear of disappointing others.
Yeah, so Yeah, and that manifests itself in your subconscious, and that makes a lot of sense.
I really wish our teams thought like that, Jacob.
Huh? Fear of disappointment.
Yeah, I really wish our teams would think like that.
Yeah, our teams are only the fear of not making profit.
Yeah. As is most things in America, unfortunately, nowadays, and has been. Not just nowadays. I mean, it's been a lot worse before, but it's getting bad. Anyway, right. I digress. We didn't do any small talk, but I guess we don't really have to. We're already knee deep into this topic here. And if small talk comes up in the middle of the discussion, then so be it. But I'm having so much fun just talking about dreams.
Maybe we just finish with small talk.
Maybe, yeah, if we have some time at the end. But we'll just keep rolling right through it. Does anyone have any other stories of dreams, and it can span from, this happened last week, we just did one from last night, or it can be like something like, for me at least, in my experience, I've had a dream like when I was 5 years old that traumatized me, and I still
Martin Luther. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
I have a dream. I'm probably gonna cut that because I do not want to put myself in blackface.
Yeah, that was not. That was definitely just an us joke.
That's a joke for us right now, and that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't hear. Don't worry.
So dreams that are like so ingrained in who we become later on because they occurred to us at such a young age and we were so impressionable at the time. So I definitely want to share a couple of those too. But yeah, the floor is anyone's right now.
Well, I had a recurring dream when I was little. I would spend a lot of time at my grandma's house. I spent a lot of time at my grandma's house. And to this day, I haven't been there in forever, obviously. But to this day, I know the exact layout of the house. And it goes up, and there's a barbecue spot up there, super nice. And I remember the exact layout of the street. Now, I have no clue where this recurring dream, or when it started, or why. But I had, again, this recurring dream that occurred in front of my grandma's house. And there would be a lot of people in the street. Again, no fucking clue why. And suddenly, it'd be like people like socializing, like protesting. Like, they weren't really protesting. They were just kind of thousands of people in the middle of the street doing nothing. Just there. Right in front of my grandma's house. Okay? And I would be there in the middle, alone. No family members. Me alone. In the middle of the crowd. In front of my grandma's house.
Yeah.
Okay? And then suddenly, this lady with a crazy-ass smile, okay, would stare at me, okay? And she would, like, she had these big-ass scissors. And to this day, when I see a scissor, I think of that dream. Big-ass scissors. And she would start cutting through the crowd to get to me. Like, she would cut through the people to get to me.
Wow.
I haven't had this dream in forever. But when I was little, it kind of freaked me out.
Did you have a scary barber or something when you were little, and that was the?
It was, I don't know, no. But she wasn't cutting hair; she was cutting through people.
Well, sure. That actually,
the scissor imagery, yeah.
That reminded me so much of Aunt Gladys from Weapons. Your description of this lady with scissors. If you haven't watched Weapons yet, I think it's on HBO, like in a couple days. So that'll be your opportunity to watch it. But your description of that character in your dream reminds me so much of that character in that movie. So that might be fascinating. Maybe you'll unlock something from your past.
I should. I've been meaning to watch Weapons. I've heard it's great. I do think it's my style of movie.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Okay, very interesting though. I don't know about.
And funnily enough, and just a little caveat. And funnily enough, I completely forgot about this dream until we decided to do this episode.
Interesting.
I haven't thought about this in years. It'll be hilarious if I dream about it tonight. I'll give an update tomorrow.
yeah. When I give an update next episode, that'd be awesome. But
if I wake up,
that is interesting because
just
I feel
top comment. I did in fact have that dream that night.
yeah.
Right?
I don't know how common recurring dreams are for children though. Like I feel like that's more common with adults as your imagination kind of fades away and you dream less and less. So I mean, the problem with this as a science is that it's not nothing's really measurable about sleep studies, and they've been doing it for so long and they still don't know very much, right? So
right.
it's such a that's why it's such a fascinating topic to bring to this kind of format where we tell stories about it. And maybe to a degree as we go along with this, there are things that we can relate to, experiences in our subconscious that kind of connect us in that way as well, which is going to be interesting if we can uncover that. But I'm really not sure how much recurring dreams like occur for children, because that seems less common. I just based on my my assumptions on it.
And especially because it's not an actual experience, right? It's not something that traumatized me. Like, it's something that I completely made up. Like, I have no clue where I associated this from. I mean, I don't know, I was like 10. I should be able to remember, especially at the time, something that would make me, like, a connection to this, Like, it made no sense. It still doesn't make any sense.
So yeah, I just did a quick Google, and obviously the main thing that comes up when you type recurring dreams about or among children is stuff that's trauma or stress related. So that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
And really, like, I think the trauma in itself and just phobias and whatever is also super interesting discussion, because there's a lot of speculation that really something traumatic can occur to you even when you aren't aware, or and can't create and produce memories of those things. And that's part of the reason why you're so afraid of a specific thing. I have a story that actually relates to that, and relates somewhat to the spider nightmares that I always have.
Okay.
Now I'm of course very afraid of spiders, but I'm also generally like don't like insects at all. There are only a couple that I think are like cool or whatever. And I don't remember this happening, but it definitely happened. My mom was there and everything. She rescued me from the situation, basically. But I was like 2 years old, and my grandparents on my father's side had owned property in the area. They had several acres and horses and whatever. And one day I'm playing around outside, and I step on an anthill, like a fire anthill, or some kind of red ant, whatever red ants are in the area. I step on it, and they start crawling on me, and they start biting. And I am screaming in horror. I'm 2 years old. I don't do anything about it. I'm just stuck there screaming. I don't understand what's happening, whatever. My mom comes and saves me from the ants and, gets them off of me and everything. I don't
understand what's happening. I just feel pain.
Yeah. That's big. I mean, that's really what it wound up being. And, bites over my body and stuff. And I think maybe a part of that trauma, even though I don't remember that event occurring, and maybe it's my own subconscious blocking it out, right? And I won't be able to unlock it. Or it's just something that's so deeply ingrained in my, just who I end up becoming later on, that it carries with me throughout life. And that's why I am afraid of most insects, and especially spiders. I don't know. It's very interesting, something to talk about, I think.
I think that's valid.
It's funny that the episode that I say happy birthday to my uncle, who's also extremely scared of spiders, you just keep talking about it as well.
Hey, Matt, look, it is an unfortunate phobia, because I tell you what, there are a lot of posers out there that aren't actually that afraid of spiders, but say they have arachnophobia. You do not want to actually have arachnophobia.
You're saying it's trendy to have arachnophobia? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I am, and I can defend this, okay? Every fucking game under the sun that has a spider in it has an arachnophobia, like, filter, where it doesn't show the spider.
Yeah.
People turn that on that aren't even arachnophobic. I'm arachnophobic, and I still play with the spiders in the game. Off. Like, I am, and that part of the experience is being horrified of the spiders, in my opinion. Part of the experience of those games, right?
That's why they exist.
Like, yes, and so
non-scary mode for a horror game. Like, why?
It's like playing Subnautica and just removing a filter for not showing any sea monsters. What's the point?
Yeah. Yeah, you're just playing in creative mode or some shit, right?
No sharks in Subnautica.
Yeah, exactly. And so that to me is like one of those things that makes a certain phobia worth being trending or worth, faking that you have a fear of. And look, I'm not saying that people aren't just generally afraid of spiders. I think most people are generally like they see a spider and like, oh shit, like get the fuck away from me type of thing. But
for me, it's the feeling of cobwebs. Cobwebs are like the grossest thing imaginable texture wise. Like it fucks me up texture wise.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm with you there too. But yeah, so that's why I say that there's a lot of arachnophobia posers there.
Posers, yep. I get behind that. I think it's a good concept. Hating on phobias. Hell yeah.
yeah. Just grow the fuck up,
hating on
posers.
Yeah,
you're not actually fucking scared, guys. Stop lying, you fucking pricks.
Yeah, and look, the point, the overarching point is that it's not fun to be afraid of things. You eliminate so many potential experiences from your life if you're afraid of a lot of things. And the point of a phobia is that it's an irrational fear of something. And Nerds Gummy Clusters, hell yeah. Check out our last episode where I drafted that in the candy draft.
Spoilers!
The phobia being an irrational fear of something means that it is ridiculous and very hard to deal with when it does pop up. And that's why I think sharing some of my stories about it and some of my nightmares about spiders, it can potentially be a little bit enlightening for others that don't know really what it's like, and for some other people that they can relate to it as well.
Yeah, so quit being a fucking posers.
Yeah, and let me know. Tell me, quit being a bitch. I understand. I am a bitch when it comes to spiders, among other things. I mean, that's not my.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say I have a phobia of many other things, but that definitely is a phobia. I would say I'm generally afraid of other things, but maybe not phobia level.
I would say I'm generally afraid of praying mantises more so than spiders.
Dude, those fuckers are aggressive, man. 100%. I think that's reasonable.
It's just the video of them mating that creeps me out, bro.
Yes, yeah.
All right, bro.
Broofy, you know about this?
What side of the internet are you on, bro? What is going on?
Broofy, do you not know about praying mantis mating cycle?
I don't they like eat the other's head and whatnot?
Yeah, they decapitate
the
male
while
head.
They're still inside.
Mm-hmm.
It's gross.
Yeah.
Black widows do a very similar thing, actually, where that's why they're called widows, by the way. Because they're black, and in the mating process, the female
they're called widows because they're black.
Yeah, they're
all right, dude. Okay, bro. All right.
Yeah, no,
cut that shit off, bro.
they're black. They're called black widows because they are black, and they also kill their mates during the process or right after the process. So yeah, 100%.
To provide nutrients for the kids.
Yeah, I think black widows eat the entire thing too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Head to toe, head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
See, that sounds way scarier than my phobia. I didn't think it's a phobia at this point. I kind of got over it a little bit. But moths, I'm scared of moths. Oh, really?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Is it because of Mothman?
No, it's not because of Mothman. The reason
I think butterflies are scarier than moths are.
No, that's
so it's kind of
that's from somebody who's watched too much SpongeBob right there.
Yeah, yeah. I got over.
Nah, it's because of Until Dawn, dude.
I haven't played Until Dawn in a minute or watched, but the reason why I say moths and butterflies at 1.2 because I remember when I was little and my grandma said, "Oh, if the butterfly goes on your face, it can blind you." And then like for a little bit, I was scared of butterflies. But really, the reason why I'm scared of moths is I remember I was 7. And I went to shower. Okay. Now imagine me walking to the shower, fully naked, fully exposed. Okay.
And then a moth took advantage of you.
Okay, bro. Almost. And then there's a window, right? Yeah, that was in Brazil, right? And there was a window that was closed, but outside the window there's a moth. Anthony, Pull out your hand, Anthony. Now think of a moth, twice the size of your hand.
What?
Laying on the other side of the window.
Are you sure that it was a moth?
I'm not exaggerating. It was like I called. It was a moth. It was a moth. I stared at it during the whole shower. It was a moth. It was fucking humongous.
It was just a shadow of a moth.
Oh shit!
It was just a shadow of a moth.
He is not quite twice the size of the hand, but he is 100% not bullshitting here. Look at this.
No, that was a moth, and it was massive, and he's making me look at it.
Look at that. That's all.
Yeah.
I'll take it off the screen.
It's all loading.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, I didn't
all right, okay. I'll pull it back up. I'll pull it back up for you.
It's not ruining my day. I can look at it, but it was darker. It was very dark, and it was kind of like
Barufi.
Okay, dude. It was kind of. You see the woman wearing the black shirt with the gray hair at the bottom there? Yeah. No, right. Yeah, right there. It was kind of like that. And laying on the other side of the I remember like it had eyes. Like I remember it was. I felt like it was looking at me. So maybe it was that species. Maybe.
Giant.
But I vividly. Moth. Yeah, check if those are in Brazil because I really felt like I was being stared at. Like I really felt like it was looking at me.
Brahmin moths, one of the largest species found in India, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, China,
seem
Taiwan,
like that
Japan.
one was in Brazil. Maybe similar. I definitely felt like there were eyes looking at me. So, who knows?
Do you dream about moths often?
Maybe once or twice when I was little. I haven't done so in a minute.
That's good.
Fortunately,
it's always good to limit your moth
I said it. I think I said it before we started recording, but I'm fortunate to say that most of my dreams are quite happy.
That's good. So yeah. I do remember one dream relatively well, and this is one just to give an example of how off my marbles my dreams can get. So this dream starts out with I am walking into my high school. My high school not looking like my normal high school. It looks like a 17-story building. I walk into my 17-story building high school, go to class. I leave class. I go into the elevator, go up to about the 10th floor or something like that. Get off on that floor. I walk into Fidelity Bank, which is the bank I used to work at. Mm-hmm. And I'm immediately I walk into my teller position and start getting ready for my work. And then I remember, I have lunch break, so I'm not even on duty right now. So I go back to the elevator. I take it to the top floor where there's a meat market. So I get some steak for my lunch from the meat market on the top floor. And then for some reason, I jump off of the building like they do in the other guys.
Oh no! You have My Hero by Foo Fighters playing as well. There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes.
I couldn't remember the lyrics in my dream, apparently, but so I jump off, I face plant on the ground, and then I just get back up with the steak. I walk home. Lovely. I cook this steak. I realize I have friends coming over, and then I wake up and I'm like, "What the fuck was that?" And it was only 2 a.m. Like I had just gone to bed. I had maybe been sleeping for 15 minutes. And that was what went through my head in that 15 minutes.
It is super fascinating. It's almost like everything that you've ever experienced exists in one building. Almost like
yeah.
Super fascinating.
I just experienced my life in one building during a dream and jumped off the building.
Wow. Okay, fascinating. That actually kind of reminds me of this theory that some people have. Are you guys familiar with string theory and infinite worlds and stuff like that, scientific notation?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so essentially, for those that are unaware, like string theory and Schrodinger's cat and infinite worlds and everything like that, these things posit that every decision, every choice that's made, it exhibits some kind of branch or rift in reality, where there's one world where you make that choice, and then there is another world where you don't make that choice. And for every decision that you make throughout your life, another branch, another timeline sprouts off from the timeline that you exist in. And some people will say that, number one, that's true. Like, so there's a reality where I'm a multimillionaire, there's a reality where I'm dead, whatever, right?
Right.
But that sometimes, because the world has changed so much, because of certain decisions made in certain timelines, that things that we dream about in our dreams is a shared subconscious with our other past selves from past decisions. And so we're actually dreaming in our reality, but we are living our other person's reality in those dreams.
That is so fucked. Yeah, I've read about that, and it's just fucking
very, very convoluted.
Yeah.
But interesting.
It doesn't. It sounds extremely flawed.
Like, imagine, Jacob, in a different timeline for you, you probably make most of the same decisions, but one decision that you made, because you're the main character, obviously. Because you're the main character.
In this universe, I'm the main character.
Yeah. One slight decision. You chose to eat tacos instead of spaghetti one night. That was the decision. And it sparked the fact that entire cities are concentrated in one building instead of sprawled out among an area. And now that was your story, and you were so, and that's it, right? I don't know. It's pretty wild.
I like where this is going, but I gotta say, there's this whole this thing sucks because it means there are worlds where Coast to Coast doesn't become the greatest podcast of all time.
Well, at least the greatest podcast you've ever heard.
What vision? What vision?
Yeah,
we're living in the world where it does eventually become that. I mean, that's already been foreseen. But I just feel sorry for the other universes out there who may not experience Coast to Coast on the global scale that this universe will.
That is a very good point. Yeah, we are in the fortunate universe, 100%.
Motherfucker, don't miss, man.
Yeah. Vision. Clip it. Yes, this is gonna get reposted in 4 years.
Yep, exactly. All right. Well, that was fun. I'm sorry for that tangent that made absolutely no sense, but we'll continue with some more dreams. Do either of you guys have another story? I have one ready. If not,
go right ahead.
What else? I've had wizard chess in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I've dreamt as being one of the pieces.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. That's very specific. I mean, I shouldn't be one to judge because I have a couple stories, but so like
I was a knight and there was a dude telling me where to move, and I would move and
were you Ron Weasley or were you like on the actual chessboard?
No, I wasn't mounting on anything. I was the piece, bro. I was inside the piece.
Oh, okay.
I was inside the structure.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Did you win?
But I would just. I don't remember that part. Okay. I just remembered that a pawn came to me and slashed me across, and I woke up.
That's very
Dude, I've had some pretty bad dreams about random shit, like just crashing my car and stuff like that.
That doesn't sound very random. That just sounds awful.
Be careful.
Yeah. Some of them might be premonitions, guys.
Yeah. Here I just had this really bad dream a few months ago about my apartment flooding.
Yeah, you should have known that one, buddy.
Yeah.
You should have seen that one.
Yeah, I should have known that my apartment was going to flood in the middle of my slumber.
You should have known it.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare well enough, apparently.
Right. Well, you should have known. There were crazy criminals on the loose that were hiding under people's beds. Like, obviously.
I was one of them.
True.
I was one of them.
True. Those darn Kansans.
Yeah, those fucking. Was it Kansas City or Wichita?
It was. I don't think it was either. I think it was like a smaller town. Like I think it was like. Yeah, I think it was like Douglas or something like that. Like someplace that nobody else outside of Kansas would have heard of.
Okay. All right. Well, that's still funny. And the fact that we brought it
Oh
up
yeah.
in 2 subsequent episodes months later is also hilarious. Nobody gives a shit about that joke except for us.
Hey man, Kansas is known for their creeps who hide under the bed.
I guess so, yeah. They will be after this show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, the greatest show of all time.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
The greatest show no one's ever heard
universe.
of. That's what it is.
Unironically.
Yes.
But you mentioned high school dream, and I have not had a dream involving high school for a while, but there was a long stretch of time right after I graduated where I would consistently dream of high school or dream something resembling high school that involved people from high school. So something is loosely related to high school. And they're pretty distinct, and a lot of them entail really just very mundane tasks. Going through a certain day or going through a certain class or talking with certain people on campus. It's definitely the campus that I went to high school on, so I don't have that same thing that you were talking about. It's very much the exact same setting. It's very much like even people that I've never spoke to before ever in high school, but I remember their faces. They will show up in the background as if they were like in the background like they were when I was in high school. It was super weird that stuff like this would happen. It was just so distinct and so in focus, a lot of these dreams, and a few of them were like something had happened to me and I had come back from some major accident or some health scare or whatever, and
you were comeback player of the year.
I imagine, right? And but people like I actually was like people like enjoyed hanging out with me after that for whatever reason, and it because people did not enjoy hanging out with me in regular high school. This is my sob story now, guys. No, but it was very fascinating where it felt like I was getting to know people in my dream that I wasn't getting to know in real life. And it was because of this certain accident that had happened to me. It was just super weird. And I know what it is. Number one, the high school thing. I didn't get to actually graduate. I graduated high school. I have a diploma and everything. But I did not have a graduation because of COVID. It shut down everything. I didn't get a prom. I didn't get any of that stuff. And I was really looking forward to that stuff. And that really upset me at the time. And so I was kind of like living out my last days of high school in dreams. Very, very weird. But then the second thing, of course, is the health scare, and it has to do with my health issues over the last few years. And that blend of things was just super fascinating to me, and I really don't know why, and I haven't gotten like much resolve as to like figuring out why exactly I'm dreaming these things outside of those two explanations. But at one point I just stopped dreaming about high school. And I again don't know why. Maybe I graduated and that's why I don't have to dream about it anymore. But I don't know, but they weren't even like, they weren't nightmares, and some of them were actually pleasant dreams, but they were just like so adjacent to real life. It was just so weird how tangible they felt.
Odd.
Yeah.
No?
I don't know.
Think so.
Like I feel like people either have like very standard dreams about one core idea or thing or person, and that is very normal. And then other people, I also have the acid trip dreams where nothing makes sense and it's all just a clusterfuck of shit.
I don't even talk about those. Just makes sense.
And you don't remember really anything from the dreams because so much happened in the dreams. But these ones, it just, nothing crazy happens really. It is just life. Like it really is. And sometimes even, which is also really strange, and it's only happened a few times, but I have dreamt these dreams, mostly involving high school or mostly involving like locations from childhood, like old houses I lived in or streets I walked down or whatever it may be. But the dreams last days in the dream.
Okay.
And that, I don't know many people who have ever experienced like a dream that felt like it was lasting days after they woke up
Were
from it.
you in Inception or what?
I don't know, man. And that kind of
Man.
that think about what I said about the infinite worlds right before this too, right? Like that's pretty crazy, you know.
We're getting to some territory we're not supposed to venture
Maybe,
in.
yeah, the government's going to shut us down. The shutdown
I
government's
wouldn't
going to
doubt it.
shut down this podcast
Yeah.
so no one can hear
Yeah.
it. Those Amelia Earhart files are too precious, and we put the pressure on them 2 weeks ago.
Look at this, guys.
Yeah.
This
What
is
is
a
that?
type. This is a type of candy from Brazil,
Okay.
and it's I don't even know what it's called. It's from Bahia, I think. And you would like this a lot, Jacob. Maybe you too, Anthony. It's very crunchy on the outside, but it's super soft inside.
What
Is it chocolate?
Yeah.
No, it's caramel.
Is
Yeah,
it a
it's
caramel shell as well, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's super crunchy. You crack it and it's super soft inside.
Interesting. Is it salted or unsalted?
A little salted.
Okay. Interesting. And it's just caramel. Huh.
A little bit of nougat, maybe.
Okay. That sounds pretty good.
Oh yeah. I have another one.
Nice.
That one's for you though. I'm sending it by mail.
Yeah, it'll be here in a couple weeks.
Fully melted.
Yeah.
Maybe one for you too, Jacob.
Yeah, we can't leave him out of the fun.
Well, speaking of fun, did you ever wake up hoping that a dream was true? Like, oh, I wish that actually happened.
Yes. Or maybe not wishing it was true, but definitely like, man, it sucks that I'm done dreaming. You know, that type of thing. 100%.
But what is worse, those or having a dream so bad that you're relieved when you wake up?
Oh, the bad dreams are terrible. When you are in the moment in those bad dreams, and maybe it's just because mine are so intense in how bad they are, at least the ones that I remember, right? Maybe that's part of it, but man, I could not, like, I if I never nightmared again and I never had a good dream again and I just had normal, I would be more than okay with that because I would not be
Right.
having nightmares anymore.
Right.
I have to sound like I am some like troubled person who needs help or anything. I am more than a sane person. These are not plaguing my mind. It's just that I have nightmares often.
Okay. Well, I often now that I'm thinking back on it, I've often had dreams where I wake up in a hurry and I go on my phone to verify if what I dreamt of actually happened or not. Like, okay. I'm trying to think of an example, but I very vividly remember some instances where I go like, in the dream, I thought my dad and I were doing something maybe, or something like maybe I thought we were supposed to go, like, play tennis or something on a Saturday. Like I just had it in my dream, I was talking it out, and then I go to him on Saturday, and I go to him like, "Oh, you ready?" And he's just sitting on the couch like, "Ready for what?" And I'm like, "We were supposed to play tennis." And then he goes like, we never talked about that. So like, I don't know why that happens. I just think something actually happened. But some things, like I remember once I thought someone in my family I thought had an accident. I can't remember who. It wasn't my dad. It wasn't my mom. or my grandparents. It might have been like my cousin or something. And I frantically went on social media to see if anyone was saying anything. Because I actually just thought it happened. Like it's not like I was in the moment or anything. You're just like, maybe I thought I read something, like in my dream. Like I'm reading something, and then my real me wakes up like, oh, let me verify that. But like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like I'm in the dream.
Maybe there's something to, something that feels so intensely emotional, that is very much closely attached to you, that lends you to believe, like, for a split second, like you're saying, that holy shit, like, was that actually something that happened?
And I have to, yeah, and I have to verify it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I have necessarily had anything like that.
Okay.
At least none that I can like immediately call back to, unless again maybe that happened with the spider. I have no idea with that one fucking
with
spider.
the super jack tarantula.
Yeah, that's odd to say the least.
But yeah, I don't know. That's a fascinating thought though, for sure.
Did you know the spider's joints work like puppets do? So
Really?
yeah, so their like ligaments will be like out like this, and they extend them by having these strings that are these like ligaments that are in their arm, and it'll pull it out and then extend it like that to get it to come out.
That makes sense actually. Yeah, 100%. And then same thing when they furl up. What is the creepiest stance for a spider, do you guys think? Is it like the furled up where
like
they're
this,
super
up
tall?
like this, up? Yeah, for sure, dude. Like not even close.
Yeah. Have you guys seen?
Other than that, well, what else? What else would be as scary?
Have you guys seen the videos of the trapdoor spiders that they have like in Australia? Those fuckers. And maybe that is where my nightmare comes from. The fucking trapdoor spiders. The trapdoor is the fucking hatch going to the attic.
Coast to coast therapy. Let's go.
I'm not gonna look it up because I do not want this on my YouTube recommended. But you guys are more than willing to take a minute to go look up the trapdoor spider, because man, those things are
Trapdoor.
fucking
Let me go on Google
crazy.
because I think I have trapdoor spider.
They will literally dig a hut under the ground, and part of their like apparatus is they create a
it's like a silk hole, right?
Out of dirt. Yes, and they'll be hiding there waiting for prey to come around near it, and then they will lift up their hatch, grab whatever is right there, and pull it in and close the hatch. It is the most insane shit I've ever seen. As an avid spider hater.
And I'm looking at it, but not just that. It looks like its shell looks so hard.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a scorpion almost.
It's battle tested for sure.
It's definitely battle tested. Holy shit, evolution is crazy, bro.
That's why, like, if there's any propaganda against spiders, I'm believing in it 100% immediately, because like shit like that's existing in the world. Oh man. I know they serve a purpose, but it is not for me. Not my purpose.
Okay, would you rather get rid of spiders or mosquitoes?
Mosquitoes.
Fuck. Like if I get rid of mosquitoes, 100%. I am saving many, many, many lives. But is it worth my torture? Is it worth my torture?
Anthony, camping in any outdoor activity is significantly better without mosquitoes. It is hardly different without spiders. Plus, without spiders, the bug population in the world would be completely out of hand.
It would be bad. It would be bad.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, that's what I meant with the whole ecosystem about the spiders thing and everything. But for me, like, mosquitoes surprisingly are not a nuisance. I'm one of the few people that, like, they're annoying, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll swat them away and shit, but they never bite. I have had one mosquito bite, kid you not, that just happened like last week, unfortunately, as I'm trying to make this point. But I have had one mosquito bite me in like at least a calendar year. Like, I rarely get bitten when I'm outside and it's mosquito time. So yeah, it just doesn't really affect me that much. But naturally, yeah, I'm picking mosquitoes because they carry a lot of diseases, and that's no good either. But spiders are horrifying.
I mean, personally for me, it's gotta be mosquitoes, because where I work, there's a shit ton of them, and I am sick of it. It is absolutely horrible. I can't do it. And like Jacob said, a little caveat, it would save a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
But generally, what is the actual purpose of mosquitoes? Maybe it's something I should know. I've learned about it. I forgot about it.
Well, I mean, they carry more than disease, right? Like purpose of
obviously.
I'm not God.
Yeah,
Why are you asking me?
Let us know. Let us know.
They feed on nectar from flowers, inadvertently transferring pollen between them and aiding in pollination. So that seems like they're one of their big purposes.
Bees do the same shit.
They're also a primary food source for various animals, including bats, birds, fish, frogs, and lizards. That makes sense. Mosquito larvae live in aquatic environments where they consume nutrients and contribute to the cycling of phosphorus and nitrogen. Also makes sense if you've ever been in a pool, near a pool of like still water, ton of fucking mosquitoes, mosquito larvae around there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff involving biodiversity, it seems.
Whatever species of fly that bites you is the worst. That is the worst bug bite you can get, dude. Fly bites suck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very uncommon. It's very weird when it happens too, because you're not expecting a fly to bite you. Like, what the fuck is it? What is this? You bold ass bitch! You're gonna bite me? Like, fucking! I got this electric fly swatter. I'm gonna kill your ass now.
I had a fucking what's it called? I had a day at the lake completely ruined because the entire time we were just getting chewed up by flies.
That's weird, man. That's crazy. They must like certain like still waters as well. I would assume.
Oh yeah.
So a lake might be a common place to find those fuckers.
Mm-hmm. It would make sense for sure.
Yeah. Well, man, we've evolved into a lot of bug talk today,
right?
And I'd hate to ruin the fun, but I guess what I'm saying is like, is there any final like thoughts about dreams as just generally, or any other stories that we want to share?
We were talking about being bit by bugs. I actually got bit by a ladybug once.
Really?
Yeah, so I was little. I was with my grandma. I was spending a lot of time at her house again. And one day we just found a ladybug inside our house. And I asked her if I could keep it. And my grandma, being the loving woman that she is, she told me yes. And I got a cup and I put over the ladybug and I kept her hostage. And obviously the ladybug probably didn't like that.
You kept the ladybug hostage?
Yeah, so I
for every 1 hour that you don't give me the money, this ladybug dies.
Well, it's like I
don't threatening the ladybug with its life.
Yeah.
So I did that, and I did that for like 30 minutes. Okay, it wasn't that long, but I definitely kept her in there for a long time. Okay, and when I went to grab her out, I was like, okay, I think I was thinking to myself, okay, I think she's ready to go in my hand and whatnot. 2 seconds after she goes in my hand, she bites me and flies away. I definitely felt a bite. Okay, maybe I was a pussy and that was my brain making me think I got bit, but I definitely felt something.
Interesting. I didn't even know they had the capacity to like bite in any meaningful way.
Every time I say that story, that's what people say.
Like, sure, they have to eat somehow, but I would figure that at least for the size difference, like the sensation would not exist. You know.
I definitely felt it. I put my hand away.
More likely to pinch or release a yellow blood-like fluid from their legs when they feel threatened. Oh, they piss themselves. Oh no.
Really?
That's sad. So yeah, I guess they can. You shouldn't be too worried about them. I hope not. Have you guys heard of the butterfly equation? Not the butterfly effect, but the butterfly equation. I think it's what it's called.
The equation? No, I'm well familiar with the effect, but not the equation.
I think that's what it's called. Equation or question or something like that. Anyway, I don't know exactly what it is, and maybe it's not something that's very well known or anything, but it's the essentially the morality question of if you could gain access to an inconceivable amount of wealth or whatever, but you had to by hand with your hands rip the wings off of a butterfly, would you do it?
Ugh, that's just weird.
So if I had to brutally murder a butterfly for any amount of money, would I do it?
Yeah, that's essentially the question. And yes, the whole
He's like, yeah, that's what I literally just asked, actually.
Well, I mean, look, we just talked about him being deathly afraid of moths, so I guess that makes sense. No, but
I understand the point, and I don't want to hate a bug. I always avoid killing bugs in my house if I can. I always try to put them away, or I really avoid killing bugs. I just don't like doing it. But I mean, for any amount of money, I can change my life and people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. I mean, butterfly. If I don't kill the butterfly, it's gonna die in what, like 5 days, anyway.
Yeah, I guess the whole the reason why this question exists in general is like, are you willing, even though it's insignificant as a butterfly, right? Generally,
right.
But even though butterflies are also generally considered to be a beautiful creature or whatever,
yeah.
But the point being, are you willing to commit a malicious act, an act of malicious violence against another living thing for something great or whatever?
Right.
And a lot of people say that they can't do it. They couldn't do it. And I think a lot of people are hypocrites at the end of the day. And I think a lot more people
if
would
they
do
actually
it
had the opportunity, they would do it. They say it to look pretty. If they had the opportunity, they would rip it in half.
Yeah, and part of my thing too is I am not certainly as careful as you are with certain bugs. I will squash a cockroach. I will kill a spider, 100%.
Okay. Let me put a caveat there. Spiders and roaches are probably the only exceptions because it's not worth it because it's super hard. But like beetles, and I mean, what else? Like worms.
I mean, there's some beetles that are fucking nasty though.
Yeah, but like they don't do anything. It's like a spider, I can like.
Do you know anything about beetles?
I haven't had any issues with beetles, man.
Look at this fucker, man.
Look at this. But I'm talking about a reasonable beetle, man. Like
this is a well-known beetle.
This is a very common beetle, dude. That's literally fucking Heracross. You just pulled up Heracross.
Yeah, I did.
Listen, I hear you guys, but I'm talking about a beetle that like I personally haven't had issues with beetles. I don't know. That's just my experience.
Are you talking about blue beetle?
I have
what about
never
black
heard
beetle?
of this.
Black beetle in the city.
I mean, what other bugs do you often encounter in your house? Let me see if I'll tell you whether I put them away or not.
You know, if you don't.
What other bugs do I encounter in my house?
The thing is,
for starters, your mom.
But the point is that they kind of are. If you leave like something sugary
no,
on
invasive.
accident.
Answer invasive. I can't keep them alive.
Okay, so we agree then.
They're invasive.
Termites. We actually
fuck termites.
About 5 years ago, actually, 6 years ago, we had to have our house fumigated because termites were chewing at our wood, and so it's always kind of
chewing at your wood.
I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized with termites because. All right, bro.
Better watch out for the termites, man. They be chewing on my wood.
Jacob, knowing you would let the termite go raw on you, bro. I don't know what you're saying.
That is disturbing. Bro. You did not just say that. I cannot believe the words that just came out of one of my friends' mouths.
was saying, I not in the apartment now, but in my house that I was living at before, I had issues with termites, and it was very out of nowhere. I was playing, and I didn't have the lights back then. I only had the ceiling light.
Have you ever
And
had an encounter with fleas?
Fleas?
Yeah.
Fortunately,
have you ever
no.
had fleas infest your house?
No. Thank God.
Not
It's
fleas.
the worst. It's the worst experience of my life.
I'll look them up as I speak.
Fleas, ticks, and lice. Yeah, those things are fucking horrible when they happen.
My cats once had a very small tick issue. We got away with it really quick. But nothing like this. No, this is disgusting.
A classmate of mine, when we were really young, had head lice, and we didn't end up getting it, luckily, but I do remember that happening. And my mom had torn the house upside down, just cleaning everything and making sure that there is no possible chance of
because it's that lice. Bad. Lyme's disease will take decades off your life.
Yeah. Yeah, scary stuff.
It's really that bad. No, good on your mom. It's really fucking bad.
Yeah.
So termites. Yeah, it was dark. I was playing my game, and then suddenly I feel like bugs, 5 bugs maybe flying around in my arm. That's the first day I encountered it. The termite invasion in my house, and there's clearly something bothering me. I fluster around. I go and turn on the light, and when I would look at my bed, bro, they broke through both. There's at least 40 fucking termites on my bed, bro.
Jesus.
It was bad.
Is he saying termites or thermites? Because it sounds like he's saying thermites, bro.
How do you say it?
Termites. There's no H. Thermite is a substance, an explosive substance.
Yeah, I know the explosive from Siege, obviously. But yeah, I'm trying to say the bug.
From Siege,
yeah, from Siege, yeah.
Termite.
That's where termites originated. Was Rainbow
But yeah, and then from there, it actually wasn't that bad because apparently they were only in my room. The guy came and took care of it. But that fucking experience, it was horrifying.
Really? They were only in your room despite being that present inside the house?
In my house, yeah. The guy found a little bit in the kitchen. And when he sprayed some shit there, but it was really mainly in my room. That's what he said. Very, very little. It was barely nothing. But
no, ours had gotten to the point where we needed the tent over our house, and it's one of those funny things where
we got to that, fortunately.
Where you drive down the street and look at someone who has their house tented and you're like, you stupid bitch. Or whatever. Your house looks like a circus right now. And then it happens to you, like, oh,
little do you know there's meth being cooked in there.
Oh no, all my stuff. Yeah, there's definitely a meth cook, former chemistry teacher. So watch out for that too. You never know what's happening in your house when you're getting fumigated.
Right. Yeah.
One thing I'm thankful for, I don't know if I've talked about my research that I did at my undergraduate at FAU, but I studied flies, and before I started studying flies, I actually didn't like insects at all. I couldn't look at insects, and I would get creeped out a little bit. But now I'm looking at these fucking fleas, and I'm fucking disgusted. Never mind.
Dude. Fleas, ticks, bed bugs, those things are disturbing looking.
Oh, my God.
They are disgusting. I'm seeing photos of them.
Disgusting?
That's disgusting. Did I say disgusting?
No, you're fine.
Disgusting.
He's just yanking your chain at this point.
Man, fuck you, man. Fuck you, man.
It's okay, so Barufi. Sometimes I just want to yank my friend's chain, okay?
This guy talking about termites chewing on wood, man. Come on.
We need termites to start chewing on some tofu rice.
Oh, yeah, it's more sustainable. Get them on some soy-based wood.
Yeah. Your house is actually now made of beans. You and the boys at 2 a.m. were not. You were looking in the wrong place. You were in the house of beans.
Dude, I saw a TikTok today and it was like, how to determine if someone is mentally sane, just listen to their opinions on beans. And their prime candidate was RFK Jr. swears against beans, not mentally sane. Checks out.
Yeah, look, I you might have a point with the bean thing. Like, look, if you could say you like beans, you could say you don't like beans. I think both of those are very reasonable. But yeah, people are like,
if you think they're bad, you're wrong. Like, there's no other answer. Beans are very good for you.
The more you eat,
have I
the more you
not
fart.
seen this fucking insect before, bro?
Which one are you looking
Beans
up
are
now?
single-handedly one of the best foods that you can eat because it's a primary fuel source because it has high protein and it is the best source of fiber that you can get outside of like whole grain dog shit crap that's nasty. Beans are like the easiest way to integrate fiber into your diet. Shout out beans.
Beans.
Avocados too. Avocados have hella fiber.
Which
Maybe that's
insect
why
are you looking at?
Brazilians are eating beans all the time. I was looking at fleas.
Oh, still on fleas.
I'm fascinated. Do you have any more?
Do I have any
He's
more
like,
fleas?
I need to see more bugs.
I don't know. It's quite entertaining.
Have you? Cicadas are another moth-like creature.
Oh, cicada. Yeah,
that burrow in the ground.
Cicadas, bro. You did not just say cicada, bro.
I think that's
we say
cicada,
cicadas.
Yeah.
cicada.
Yeah,
cicada.
That's how you'd pronounce it in Brazil. Cicada.
Yeah, aren't they loud as fuck?
They are. They are.
Oh
loud. Yeah.
Living in the country, they're all you hear. They're annoying.
There's an ARG about cicada. There's cicada ARG.
There was a do you guys remember? Maybe you.
3301. Is that the one?
Yes.
It's like a puzzle.
It was.
Yeah,
it was
puzzle.
a puzzle
yeah,
on
yeah.
the internet that happened. Yeah, and nobody really knows what came out about it or anything like that.
Yet, right?
But no, there was someone who, to everyone's knowledge, like they had gotten the farthest or whatever, and it was supposed to be. Well, the rumor was, and what the game itself said was that, like, if you solved all these puzzles or whatever, you would basically be conscripted in like deep state, spy shit.
Yeah, something like
whatever.
that. Yeah. I remember now.
But
you had to prove your intelligence and whatever. It was like super high IQ and shit. Yeah.
But like nothing ever really came up about it. I think it was just a fun, silly thing that someone on the internet did.
It was just an ARG or something,
Okay, well,
how to cook cicadas? They be cooking cicadas?
Yeah. Sustainable protein, bro.
I mean, think about it during the Dust Bowl, man. No crops to grow. Bunch of room for cicadas.
We used to do water pies. Do you not know about water pies?
Water pies. It's like ice soup, right?
No, it's like a legitimate dessert that was made during the Great Depression.
Looking at a Great Depression water pie. I'm looking at it. Wow.
Yep.
Nasty, dude.
That bad?
Yeah. Gelatinous sugar water in a pie.
That's all they had.
It does. It does look pretty bad.
It looks like Star Wars, like slave food.
Oh my god. Dude.
Is that not allowed to be said?
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. It's just a really funny thing to say.
We're talking about the Great Depression. We're talking about slaves. Like, fuck, bro.
My bad, bro. We talk about water pie. What do you expect? Don't you know about water pie?
Oh, man, let me go back to looking at the fleas.
Do now.
Cicadas, fleas.
He's obsessed with these
water
fleas.
pie really just.
Dude, there's just so many bugs. There's so many bugs.
So many bugs. There are
me talking about my favorite video games. There's just so many bugs.
yeah. There are probably 3 billion bugs living underneath you right now.
All right, bro. Yeah, I'm not sleeping tonight.
He said, "I'm not sleeping now."
No, we need you to have a dream about the lady with the scissors.
It might genuinely happen. Like, I'm so freaked out that I haven't thought about it in years.
I really hope it does. Not because I want you scared, but because that would be really interesting.
I do.
I
No,
would
just
actually,
kidding.
I would actually freak out. Like I don't know how I would be in the real world, my body, but in the dream, I know I would be freaking the fuck out, bro. Like I just know.
He would have no chill.
I need like a kick or something. I need to go like an Inception type shit. I need like a bucket of water to drop on me if I move even a little bit or something.
You know something that's very interesting, that I think has only happened to me once, if I recall, but really, really affected me right afterwards. So we've all probably had dreams where we like die, but when we die, we wake up.
Right.
Correct.
The crazy person with the chainsaw is chasing you, and they catch up and whatever. But have either of you guys ever had a dream where you could feel the sensation, some kind of sensation of pain, and then you wake up? Like you actually feel like you feel dying. You feel that you're dying, and then you wake up eventually. But you
No.
do have that kind of
No,
sensation. This happened
I've
to me
never had
one
that
time,
experience.
and this is like a spin-off of dreams that I have had in the past as well, where we all know about the dreams where you feel like you're walking for forever and you never get going. You never get to the place that you need to be, and you're just like
Mm-hmm.
walking through syrup or gel or something. And it was kind of one of those types of dreams, but also related to high school too, because high school had just ended, the day had just ended, and leaving, going to walk home from school, and for some reason, there's a a driving lane in the parking lot right in front, and for
Mm-hmm.
some reason there's a big rig truck that is driving through it, and as I'm walking home, here's the sidewalk and here's the lane. The big rig truck tips over and is crushing me into the ground, and I literally, in my dream, I could feel and hear my bones breaking from the weight. And then a couple seconds later I woke up. It was the weirdest thing like I've ever maybe experienced in a dream ever. And I've again
You
experienced some
woke up
weird
in a
shit.
pool of sweat, didn't you?
Oh, you bet. It was just so random that it happened. There was no preamble leading up to it. It just happened,
Mm-hmm.
and the cracking of the bones is so distinct in my memory. I can still hear like my skull getting crushed in the dream. Really weird, very graphic. I apologize, but the that just came up in my head right there, and I needed to share it. It was weird.
Shout out to all our fucked up viewers that wanted to hear that.
Yeah,
God damn.
crazy shit. And then one last instance of a dream, and this one's not bad. Before I close, and it's because I want to bring it up because it's another one that I have had many times, or several times at the very least. Um, for some reason, after a long break from playing Subnautica in any capacity, and it's a game that like you play through it once and you get the gist. But I've played through it a few times because I really love the game. But if I spend like months without playing it, I will start having dreams about the game, but it's never quite like the game. It's always like a sequel to the game where I have dreamt up new biomes or and new creatures in those biomes, and I am swimming through them and exploring them, and sometimes it's a multiplayer thing where there's someone else with me exploring these biomes, and they're still very similar to the things in the game, but they are
Mm-hmm.
distinctly different enough to be memorable later. Like the mushroom forest, for example. In
Yep.
my dream, the mushrooms and everything, it's a very deep, dark purple, and it's a very intense, bold purple colors throughout the whole biome. And there's one area where there's a giant trench, and it was used for like a mining trench, and you could go super deep down. You could go all the way down into the lava zone and the void and everything from this trench, and it's like one of those
Yep.
late game aspects of this world. And there are a bunch of like
Mm-hmm.
islands dotted around that people have traveled on, and there's a lot more like industry going on. So the company and whatever is on the planet, and there's an espionage element to the story that I'm in for that dream. Super super fascinating and weird and
You ever
crazy.
have Ethan Hunt show up in your dreams?
Unfortunately not. That would be pretty cool though. also maybe scary because I don't know if I'm good enough for a Mission Impossible dream.
It's your dream. You can write yourself to be good enough.
Yeah, I guess if I could lucid dream it, yeah. But anyway, just wanted to share the Subnautica stories too because those dreams are some of the most fun that I have in dreams because it really is like if I could create a game like that, this would be my vision, you know? And so that's pretty cool.
Right.
By the way, shout out Subnautica. Fucking goated game.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess one thing we could talk about before we close here is lucid dreaming in general. Have we ever lucid dreamed before?
Never done it.
I can't. It's not something that I possess the ability to right now.
Okay. I've done it a handful of times, and it is fun. It is a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of the time, when it's happened, I mean, it's only happened a handful of times. So, like 4 out of 5 times it's happened, I don't really actually do anything with it. Just like, all right, yeah, I'm in a dream. I could do whatever I want, but I just want to hang out. I just want to chill out, you know.
Yeah, you just want to vibe.
Yeah, one time I just like I spent my whole lucid dream just playing basketball. Because I just felt like playing basketball and like going back again to high school because I had very fond memories of first period basketball. We just played every first period for an hour and a half, and that was a lot of fun. And so that's just kind of what I did for my dream. I was playing all the people. I brought all the people that played with me at the time. I brought them all into the dream, and we just played basketball for however long.
Must have been after Curry did some shit, or you were just thinking about it.
I don't know. I just think I was missing basketball, honestly.
Well, speaking of basketball, did you watch?
No.
Tip off?
No.
Well, I guess he didn't miss it enough.
I don't watch basketball, man. It's a really.
Yeah, he's not.
I
he's not a KU fan.
I
he
think
doesn't
it's
need
a
to go
very
watch
boring
basketball.
sport to watch. I really do.
It is, especially the NBA. The NBA is significantly more boring than college basketball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The EuroLeague is where it's at.
You said EuroLeague?
Oh yeah.
Gross.
There is a there's a growing fan base, yeah, and it's very passionate. I mean, you have so many good
It doesn't
players.
Even compare, bro. It doesn't even compare. Bro.
You have so many great players that are coming overseas to play in the NBA now, so it makes sense that it would grow a lot.
Most of the players are from Europe. Most of the players are.
At this point, it's getting to that point. Yeah, a lot of.
Dude, have you seen the fucking comment sections and shit where it'll be like, name one white guy who can. They'll be like, name one white guy who can go toe to toe with like Michael Jordan or something like that. And then you'll mention Nikola Jokic, and they'll be like, no, but the European ones don't count. Like, have you seen that before where people will not count European whites as white?
I have. I mean, the closest thing is Larry Bird, right?
Yeah.
You don't think Nikola Jokic is the greatest white to ever exist?
Whoa!
In the NBA.
He's not over Larry Bird yet.
Oh, what the fuck? No way.
I think Jokic
There's no way you think
Larry
he's
Bird
not over Larry Bird.
He
is so far past Larry Bird. He's a way better passer, and it's not even close. Nikola Jokic might be the greatest passer that we've seen, other than fucking.
Well, he's not a better scorer.
Steve Nash or John Stockton. Like, he is that level of passer. And his 3-point shooting has never been... Like, we haven't seen a big that can shoot like him, outside of maybe Embiid.
I don't think you've ever seen Larry Bird play, bro.
I have seen Larry Bird play. It doesn't matter, dude. Jokic is just that guy.
I don't think you have, bro.
I think...
I have. My dad is a 40-year-old white man who grew up watching Larry Bird. I have had way too many conversations about Larry Bird in my life.
What does he tell you?
Coldest white man to ever live.
Okay, then. Why are you asking me?
Because there's a man who is so unpassionate about basketball. He would rather be in a pasture with horses, and he's still that good at basketball to where it doesn't matter.
Don't get me wrong.
Hates what he does, and he's still that much better
don't
than
get me wrong.
at you.
Players,
or better than you at it.
Players that I've seen with my own 2 eyes, like I can only put 2 guys above him, and that's like Yeah, it's just LeBron and Curry. That's it.
Oh, above Larry
What?
Bird?
Huh? No, over Jokic. I'm talking about Jokic. I love Jokic. Don't get me wrong. Out of players that I've seen with my own 2 eyes,
Okay.
the only
Oh,
two
in person. Okay.
not in person, but like actually seen. Like I
Okay, so you haven't watched a Jordan game live. I get it.
I didn't really watch Duncan, for instance. Like I know Duncan is over Jokic, but I didn't actually watch Duncan.
Sure.
I was
not
just
for
getting
long,
into basketball.
Dude. Jokic is getting there, dude. If it wasn't
Yeah,
for Kendrick Perkins, Jokic would have had 4 straight MVPs.
He should have.
Yeah.
He should have. Especially the Embiid one. I think the SGA one makes more sense than the Embiid one. The Embiid one makes absolutely
100%.
Makes absolutely.
I still think that he probably was the MVP over SGA, but I get narratively in voter fatigue, you're gonna get SGA and MVP there.
Voter fatigue, my ass, bro. Embiid just won. Let me voter fatigue. It's not that SGA actually deserved it. Okay, SGA winning actually made sense, but the Embiid one was purely.
The SGA one makes sense until you look at the difference of value.
Until you look at Jokic.
Yeah, I mean, like, what was the stat where it was like, yeah, the Thunder were not as good with SGA off the court, but they were still like top 10. Whereas the Nuggets were the worst team in the NBA without Jokic on the court.
Yeah, like worst team in NBA history or something. Like it was abysmal.
Yeah. But we don't measure by value anymore. It's very clear, especially with the NFL too. You know, you've got a couple of running backs, contrary to what we were talking about before.
Actually, I would disagree. The NFL got it right last year. The NFL surprisingly got it right.
And the year before. Because the year before was actually the opposite. Lamar didn't have the stats Allen had.
Yes, that's actually true. You're right. They both won in spite of worse stats than their
Even Dak had phenomenal stats. 2023.
Yeah, Dak is always the guy who's in the MVP conversation just because his numbers are elite.
But let's be honest. What percentage of his stats come from garbage time? It's not a small percentage.
I don't know if it's much.
Last season, I think you
garbage
could
time
make
or the fact that team just doesn't run the ball. They don't run the football.
They have this year. They've done both very well.
They have this year, yeah.
I think he's just playing really good football, and we can
right now,
we can just appreciate good play when we see it.
He's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I think that concludes our episode here, boys. That was a really fun one. I like this discussion style that's very open, and we could just shoot the shit, but also have some kind of backbone that we can rely on through the whole thing. And
sorry that I disappeared for like 10 minutes in the middle of the episode. It's because I got a notification. It's like, hey, we got your payment for this thing. I was like, I did not pay for something right now.
Oh no.
And so I was trying to figure that out. So I'm sorry for getting distracted in the middle of the episode. But
it's no problem at all. I don't think it will be present. Like it will be noticeable when it comes out. But yeah. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Let us know some of your dream stories. If you made it this far and be a part of the conversation, we'd love to hear, like, can you relate to any of our dream stories, or are there some that we omitted or maybe we mentioned in passing but didn't really go into detail, because it's just a super interesting topic to, I think, all of us. And it was a lot of fun to discuss it in like this kind of format too. If you want more open formats like this, let us know some topics that are interesting to you as well, because we'd be down. Like, we moved from dreams to insects for a while just because that's where the conversation naturally went to, and it was a lot of fun regardless. So thank you all so much.
Do tell me in the comments if you've ever been chased by a lady with scissors in your dream. I want to know if that's a unique experience.
That's very important for us to know.
100%. But
I really hope it's not an original experience. It's too specific.
Yeah.
Peace.
But keep in mind, something I forgot to mention, since we're talking about it, it was big. It was some big ass scissors. I'm talking about.
Yes. Vroom, vroom, you mentioned it. Yeah. 100%.
Cutting through people. I'm not like they weren't stabbing people.
Yeah.
Or she wasn't stabbing people.
All right. Well, that's been the best podcast you've never heard of.
Yep, absolutely. Goated.